Morning, you lovely tubers. Look at this. What a morning, eh? Back to our typical, it's more like winter weather, isn't it, as autumn. And as I say, in this sort of weather, there's just no rush. You know, you'd be silly to actually be stupid in this sort of weather. Far too slippy, far too windy, far too wet. Just get yourself there nice and safely. All these cars like that, the one that's flew ahead there, using all his petrol, we'll pass him in 10 minutes time. We'll be sat in traffic and we'll just flirt right past them. So we'll just get up to a steady speed limit. The NC does best, just munch the miles. you get days like these that are really bad, and it is a bad day today, you know, really extra care taken. It's just the NC for balance on control of this throttle is just much nicer. It's like that black van, could see it coming out on us. So you just leave them in your mirror. There's the car that was blasting down the road I was telling you about. A throttle to nowhere, as I call it. That white van there. These are the worst down on the where they've joined the lanes. They're not even flat anymore. There's canvas on them. Dreadful workmanship what goes on in the UK now. But filtering or lane splitting, as it's called, you know, you've been with me many a times. If you were not comfortable with doing this at all, don't do it. As I say, even at times, I'll be honest about it, even at times with me, people, even I will sit behind and wait. You know, where I think that I deem it to be too dangerous, I won't do it. And at least now we're just moving on again. And it's like this focus here, this, I think at some stage this car wants to get in this lane. So we'll just either sit back or we'll just let it go. And my visor is absolutely steamed up. That's probably the worst part about on a motorcycle, when your visor actually gets really bad. But you learn to, it's one of them things, you learn to live with it. You just learn to live with your visor like that. You know, it's like I say, I just forgot the windscreen wiper on my bike today. Catch up with traffic a bit. And remember, if ever you're on these motorways, when these 60 signs are on, that's the speed them yellow cameras on the side are at there. They're at 60, not 70, so you'll get fined. Another tax collecting scheme. Nothing to do with safety, it's to do with how much cash they can generate to pay for these unsmart motorways. But it's moving on a little bit, it'll get heavier again a bit further on. worst thing is when you put your visor up as well, like you have to do, then you get rain on the inside of the visor, so it's like hiding to nothing as such, isn't it? But even the GoPro isn't showing really. It's quite nasty out here today. It's windy. And it's that rain. It's not that fine rain, but it's that rain that is persistent, that just. And here's like a car now on me right here. He does not want me to get past. So let's tailgate. So we'll just nip in there. And there we go. There we go. Cheers, mate, yeah. Absolute twat. The fucking morons. I'm not being funny, people. I can smell them a mile off. You know, it's not stopping him in any way. So I'll pull in now. I'll just show you. I'll pull in. I'm watching. Watch this car now. Straight up, there we go. What an absolute fucking dimwit. And here we go, he'll move over. I'll be very surprised if he doesn't move right over to the left as I think it. Come close to him. Because he doesn't want you going past him. He's in his Queer 7 car and wants to be the master of the universe. There we go, we can go fast as well, mate. Faster than you. Now I'll indicate just to let him know I'm coming out. There we go, mate. Cheers. Say a thank you to him. And he'll be seething in that car. Absolutely seething. But it's history. And unfortunately, people, I know a lot of yous on there will go on about, oh, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do that. It's legal, filtering is legal. There is nothing illegal about it. And even when I'm going in between these cars, if you're staying where you are in that car, I am not going to touch you. I'm nowhere near you. I'm 3 foot away from you there. And you can see 99% of people are sensible, and some of them will just move across and that's it and you're gone. Twats like that will always try and speed up, cut you off and try and make a point. There's no point to make, because you're never going to stop a motorcycle going through unless you knock them off, and with behaviour like that you'll knock them off. I've been doing this, people. I've been filtering for in excess of 20 years, 30 years on a bike. So I slightly know what I'm doing on it. And like anything, I don't go out to actually cut up someone. I'm the opposite, and I always have been. They are truly mongrels of the road, them sort. They're the sort of people that work on little councils, right, and impose 20-mile-an-hour speed limits. That sort of people they are. Or they'll have a little road where they don't want cars or motorcycles going down their road, so they've got some money, so they'll go into the board and say, we want that road blocked off, so only we can drive down it. That is the sort of people they are. Thank you. And then you've got normal, sensible people, like that guy in the Merc, can see me coming. You can't miss me. I've got more lights than he has. I'm like E.T. in his own spaceship. And I'm not being funny as well. The other thing you've got now, in a lot of these cars, they've got sensors in the mirrors. You see a little amber light comes on that tells you that there's something in the dead spot. So it comes on, so they tilt that way, and they'll still. There we go. You can see his light come on there. As I come near him, that will go on. I do like them. They are quite a nice looking car. I don't get it. Looking at a taxi. How do you run a taxi like that? That car's 70 grand. How do you run that car as a taxi? How do you make money? It puzzles me. Good old British weather, eh, people? Don't you just love it? It's a nice set of wheels on that. I like that. And this is what I say about biking, people. You know, I'm not a fair weathered rider. I'm out in all weathers. It takes a lot to stop me riding a bike, let's put it that way. And you know, even with mongrels like that on the road, sorry mate, it still don't put me off. I still love it. I still love doing this. You know, I'm alive. I'm not sat inside a box with windows with my radio on and my heater blasting away. I'm actually feeling fresh air on my face. And, you know, I like cars. You see nice cars when you come with me. You see Lamborghinis, you see Maseratis, you see Porsches, you see Volkswagen Golfs, Citroens. You know, you also see that side of it. Quite enjoy it. And companies in vans, some of them good, some of them bad. And the M3, there's a black one of them, and that's a gunmetal grey. That's nice. But the blue jeans NC750 is the favourite colour for me. This is what I love. This is what the NC750 DCT does best. It's very, very hard to beat. It's like I say, it is beatable. The C400X beats it, in fairness, for doing this. If you've never ridden a maxi scooter, if you get one of them in these, they're just... It's because they're smaller, even lower to the ground than this. And to be fair, the NC's a smooth bike. That's a nice Porsche, isn't it? I like the blue. They're a smooth bike, the NC, but that little C400X, untrue. And the actual output of it off the mark, and that's what I say about sometimes with traffic, when it's stood still, it's harder to actually get through when it's stood still. And I do a couple of times now on the CB750, it is definitely much narrower handlebars to go through these places. You can still, I've still got loads of space to get through here, but it is still much better. So, are you going to filter? Are you going to come out in the rain? And I actually think this road now is getting worse year on year. I think they've actually done... I think what may cause a lot of this is the way highways have set the traffic lights further down the road. Because I think over time now it is actually, the traffic's getting heavier and heavier. And this is nice, a lovely little, see, we've got my own lane. They should put an NC on that lane there for me to go through. And it's like here now, I can get through there, but it's still, that is a little bit tight because the red car's pulled right out. I don't get why they pull out to the left like that unless they're coming in there. You know, when I'm in a car, I'll probably move far to the outside of the lane than the inside to see what's going on further down. But the secret to this is, as well, is relax, you know, and don't get... Why don't you just let them in? They just... It's like, I just don't get them at all. Just let them in. What has that CX-30 got out of that now? Except your one space. You just... People are thick. Like, one space is going to make a difference. It's going to, you know... That's a nice Jag, isn't it? Ooh. Imagine how much petrol he's using sat there. He's using more on tick over than I'm using for the old week. But he's driving a Jaguar. So... And I suppose that's the other side with me with traffic. Traffic doesn't bother me because I was a bus and a coach driver for a number of years. So you just learn to handle it. That's, thanks, mate. You know, that's it. There's some nice riders. Nice drivers, sorry. And try as well when you're on this, when you come into very slow speeds like this, try using your back brake, not your front. There we go, there's my little gap that I was looking for. Because if you're using your front brake in filtering, you're just going to dip your forks. So use your back, it'll keep you level. It'll work extremely well. You're at low speeds. It's like now I know that's it for me. I'm not going to get in between that Range Rover and that bus. I could do if I walk it down. So if I come by the side of it now and just walk down. But I'm not going to bother. I'll wait until there is a bit of a gap somewhere. One of the other cars, I pass a bus, and then I'll go like there. There we go. And that's what filtering's about. Just take your time with it, people. Just, and it's where they are. The bike is leaning to and from, so I'm bending and moving around. It's like if you go trail riding. A lot of people don't, you know, a lot of people automatically when you do enduro or motocross, they're trying to use the handlebars all the time to turn the bike. Use your foot pegs, use the weight of the bike, and like that. Just leaning left and right will turn the bike. And that's what you're doing in filtering. And honestly, this is a really really good thing to learn. It is risky. I say it over and over again. It is a risky business doing this, and if you're not confident, don't do it at all. But it will improve your riding so much. And that's it. And the last thing I want to do either as well is fall onto one of these cars that cost 30, 40, 50 grand and scratch them, and I've got my insurance. Now, yeah, I think I'm going to go down here. I'd say whatever it is, it's bad today. It is extremely bad. Yeah, even all up the way. It sounds daft, even though I'm going a little bit further going this way. It's better for me to get in, to be honest. So what I expected to be, it's not bad really. A 30-minute journey. What would that be in car, people? Right, you lovely people, Birchwood biker, ride safe, be kind to others, and with luck they'll be kind to you. So enjoy your riding, don't put your bike away just because it's wet, get out and ride it. See you on the next one, ta-ra.